project, and at what point?
Well, I've been working with Ben for a good couple of years now. We met on a CGI sketch show called The Wrong Door, and then he wrote Down Terrace and wrote a character called Pringle for me and asked me to be in it, and then after that came Kill List, and after that now a field in England. So it's about a 4 or 5 year relationship we've got now. So he just said, look, there's this film, and he'd been talking about it in fits and starts over the past couple of years and trying to get sort of how he was going to approach it. So we had little chats about various characters and where sort of the Irish were during around this time of the Civil War and what was happening in Ireland around that time, and how we could get sort of an Irishman into it if I was going to do it, you know. So that's where the O'Neill thing came from. But I think then he realised he had a window of opportunity last year, and Amy just sort of all hands to the deck, got on it, and the call went out, and the Blues Brothers got the band back together again, you know.
And what was it like on set like?
Well, it was like it's a bit like being in a really interactive play, you know. You're in a field, so the field was square. I kept thinking of it like an open air play in a way, you know what I mean? That if you weren't on screen, you were standing off camera, watching what was going on, waiting to go on, completely interacting, going and getting some water, coming back, but you weren't really leaving the arena, you know. And because it was shot chronologically, like I didn't turn up until about the Wednesday, and they started filming on the Monday, and I turned up on the Monday just to be part of it. I didn't want to sort of be away and then come in, because I like to be sort of forewarned about what's going on, you know, and get the vibe off it. And on Monday and a Tuesday, everybody was brilliant, so it just gave me the fear. I just thought, Jesus, it better be good. Come on, let's get it, you know, and just got into it and was just itching to get into it and get rid of that feeling of, you know, you're waiting on the wings to go on. You get that slight, oh, I don't know if I can do this, you know, and then boom, you're in, and you're just amongst it. And just it's completely immersive. And working with Ben all the time is completely immersive anyway. You know, don't disappear off to your caravan. You know, you don't do any of that. You don't go and get a cup of tea. You just sit and be in it, because that's what the fun of it is to be completely in the whole making of it. You know, that's the joy. You know.
What's Ben like as a director?
What's Ben like as a director? He's a horrible. He's like a sort of, if you can imagine Hitchcock with hemorrhoids. He's like that. He carries this big stick it's got an electric shock that goes. No, he's brilliant. No, he's collaborative if he needs to, if it's necessary. But also he knows exactly what he wants, and he knows exactly what he wants you to do. And if you go, what about this? You go, let's try it. But 9 times out of 10, the idea that he already has is the best idea, because he's the one that's poured over the script and poured over the structure and the shot. And you know, you can bring stuff to it, but not really with this, because the script was so honourable to that era, or trying to be honourable to that era. It wasn't like a 21st century script dropped into into the 1600s. So you couldn't really improvise. You know, there was no room for improvisation. So you had to ping it, get it right, and try and not be too Belfast when I was talking. You know what I mean? So I can't imagine O'Neill spoke like that, you know. So I'm trying to just bring a wee bit more, sort of brevity to him, you know, bring something to him, you know what I mean? He was carrying a lot with him, and he's potentially the devil, isn't he? You know, so he carries a lot of weight. This old O'Neill, you know.
Did Ben give you a lot of direction to it?
Yeah.
I mean, you said you worked a lot with him.
Well, no, to be honest, it was completely him, and it was completely Amy, you know, and every now and again he would ring up and he'd go, what would be like a name, you know? Like, I think O'Neill came from, because around about that time in Ireland was a thing called the Flight of the Earls, where there was a big battle down in Enniskillen, and the O'Neills were the High Kings of Ulster, of that part of the north part of Ireland, and they were routed by the English and seen off. So they basically they'd done a runner to France and Spain and to Europe, right? And and the O'Neills were the main clan, right? So that's sort of where O'Neill came from. In my head, he was this. He was presenting himself as this alchemist, this highfalutin man, but really he's a chancer as well. You know, he's a snake oil seller in another way too. You know what I mean? So I sort of had that in my head. Somebody had ideas of grandeur, but also was a complete psychopath. You know, and a chancer. You know, in Ireland we'd call him, Northern Ireland we'd call him a hallion.
Right. So that's where you got your inspiration from.
Yeah, just sort of imagine, you know, just a hallion from the 17th century. You know,
Spectacle is your.
it's more beautiful than I expected it to be. It's visually more arresting. We done a bit of ADR, and we've seen the ungraded shots, and it just blew me away. And that was on just like a computer monitor, so that blew me away. So then when I seen it on the screen, when we went to the cast and crew, I think it's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, because it's in black and white as well. You know, the portraiture of it and the vista of it. You just want I want every still on my wall, you know what I mean? It's absolutely gorgeous. And I don't really say that much with colour films, you know. It looks absolutely great. I don't want to see a little still of O'Neill or all the rest of the gang sort of thing on a poster or on a review. It just blows me out of the water. I want it. I look at them and go, I want that, you know. I could have them in my house. Have them in my house, and you just couldn't invite anybody in. It would just look like such a pretentious wanker, you know. Have my Field in England wall, and my Kill List wall, my Down Terrace wall, and me just sitting in a Japanese kimono, backlit, looking at you, you know, brushing a small donkey.